have to temporarily find a home for your guns and you're not sure how to do it? Well, we have Sarah Joy Albrecht with us this evening, and she is founder and executive director of Hold My Guns. What is Hold My Guns?
Hold My Guns is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we partner with gun shops across the United States to provide voluntary firearm storage during times of need.
So you say varying types of need. For instance, what?
People use our service for a variety of reasons, and we don't ask why they're storing the firearms, but people use them, for example, like when they're being deployed, and they don't want people to have unauthorized access to their firearms, which are investments, while they're away. People use it when they are providing housing for foster children and they need to verify that there are no firearms in the home. People use it when there's a divorce situation and emotions are really volatile. And people also use it in mental health situations. And remember, it might not be the gun owner who's experiencing a mental health crisis. It could be a teenager in the home,
somebody in the
or
house.
a spouse that has postpartum depression. But the goal is to empower gun owners with a self-governance solution so that they can take care of their personal matters and they don't escalate to public ones. And it's something that really supports the entire firearms community because it really celebrates the beauty of liberty and self-governance.
Sure.
We're creating the infrastructure to do that.
Is there a minimum length of time? I mean, if I was going to go on vacation, I own a lot of guns.
Right.
Okay, and I don't want to just leave them in the house when I'm gone. I'm going to be gone for a week. Can you accommodate something like that typically?
Absolutely. People use our service for any given length of time. If you're going to be deployed, it might even be for a couple years, depending on what the trajectory is, right? So all of that is written down up front in the contract that you have with our FFL storage partners, and you know up front how much it's going to cost each month and what your plan is to pick up the firearms, how to get a hold of you, things like that. So we are really proud of our partners. We have partners in 6 states at this time, and our goal is to grow to 30 partners by the end of the year and eventually expand across the United States.
So you currently have 6 locations?
That's correct.
You know them offhand?
All right, so here we are.
Here's the quiz.
Yes, so in Pennsylvania, we have Allegheny Arms. In Washington State, we have Randall Family Firearms. In Missouri, we have Branson Cerakote. In Georgia, we have American Trailhead. Here we go, we have Gold Sport Outfitters in Wyoming. And I think I'm missing one more. Yes, Casey's Small Arms in Massachusetts, and they are part of the Yankee Hill Machine Complex.
That's pretty good.
We love our partners, and our partners, we vet them. We make sure that they have general liability insurance, that they have an outstanding reputation, and that they really want to help people. We want to work with people who treat fellow gun owners with dignity and respect. So we're proud of them.
So do they end up going into a vault or a gun case? I mean, how are they stored?
Well, depending on what is available at that FFL location, it might be a vault, or it might just be a safe, or it might be even a secure drawer. But whatever it is underneath their FFL, and so it is something that is stored safely.
Sure.
And however many guns they're storing for their customers, for some people that might be one, for some people it might be a large collection. Sure. So we work together and figure out how to accommodate their needs.
So if somebody is interested in A, locating a location, or
Yes.
B, in becoming a location,
Yes.
how do they get a hold of you?
You can find us at holdmyguns.org, and if you click on the locations, you can find the locations. If you're interested in becoming an FFL partner, there's a form that you can fill out to join our family of partners. And there are many different ways to get involved, from volunteering to sponsorship. This is something that we really hope to grow, and it's really an opportunity for companies to say, I celebrate liberty and I want to help support gun owners through this mission. So there are many different ways to get involved.
Well, sir, I think that's a great service, and I can see that expanding all across the country.
Thank you.
There's a lot of good to it. And that's a great alternative to taking legal action against somebody.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, a lot of the well-intentioned legislation, because people want to solve a problem, it actually creates more stigma.
Sure.
Because if you're a gun owner and you're already trying to sort things out, and then all of a sudden you have laws that you're wondering, is it okay for me to get help? it does create that stigma and it becomes this obstacle. But
Sure.
with our program, if people know that they need to get help, for example, they can store their firearms with one of our partners, and then they can get help knowing that their firearms are secured and when they're ready to voluntarily come and
And
pick
not
it up.
involve law enforcement in the process.
It helps, and it does. And
Sure.
it's something,
Yeah.
even speaking of law enforcement, what a great tool for an officer that goes out to a scene. Maybe a neighbor calls and said, I heard fighting, can you check on it? They get there, they don't see anything wrong, but that officer can say, hey, obviously things are calm right now. Sometimes we get a call a couple days later and someone's gotten hurt. So if you have any firearms, here's a card for a local gun shop
Sure,
that will store
sure.
them. We want you guys to make life-affirming choices here, get the help that you need. And then what that does is de-escalates the situation. It reduces that friction between the officers and the people that
Yeah.
might need help. And hopefully, maybe if it is a domestic situation, then maybe they would say, hey, I couldn't talk yesterday, but I really do need help. How do I get out of this? How do I find a shelter or something like that? So it is a tool in a tool bag that, again, not everybody needs this service. Not everyone has friends or family who can
But
help.
if you need it,
But we need to support our own community and take leadership to do
agree.
it. Yes.
it's a great idea, and I
Thank
wish
you.
you all the success.
Thank you.
Great. And for SHOT Show TV, I'm David Lombardo.